Mr. Maier, just is one of a kind guy. I mean, you never know what to expect with him. Every day's a little different, and that's a good thing.
Mr. Maier, he's a very interesting fellow.
He doesn't really care what other people think. It's just because that's him.
One thing I've learned about Bob Maier is to expect the unexpected. Like, you come in every day and you really never know what's going to happen.
One of my favorite things about Mr. Maier was how he always had such a dry sense of humor. It's something that you don't see in many teachers today, and I think that's what makes him special.
In 2009, Bob Maier took over the broadcasting program at Gaston College. When he got here, students were confined to a small classroom with unleveled chairs and small lab spaces with outdated equipment. We had to reserve spaces in a computer lab, and we shared our TV studio with the BioEd network. Fast forward to today. Our students have their own computer labs, each with access to audio and video software. We have a professional TV studio and music production studio, complete with the latest industry standard audio and video equipment. Students now have access to the best of everything, and the program continues to flourish.
Y'all said it was a nightmare. We were on top of each other, cameras wouldn't work. There was so much to move, knowing what to bring, and getting it over here and getting it set up, not knowing where to bring it or put it when we set it up. But it was fun too, because it was very educational, you know. You see it behind the scenes, which you're gonna see in the real world.
Mr. Maier actually, started this from like the ground up. What you guys see now and all this equipment that you guys have, I seen somebody else with a microphone coming down the hall. All that, we didn't have none of that stuff.
He turned this program around. When I first got here, we had no television studio. We barely had any equipment. And he built this whole studio from scratch. So I think he really needs to be recognized for that, because he turned this program around and really made it into something.
Bob Maier will leave a lasting impression on the students here at Gaston College. From his snarky humor to his unpredictable behavior, students will remember him for years to come.
Well, you know, like they said, I've never taken a class with Mr. Maier, but when you're here, he's a fixture.
Anytime we were in class, we could always get him off topic, and he'd just go on like a tangent, and that was real fun to do sometimes, just to kill time.
He always kept us on our toes, taught us a lot.
And you could ask anything, and not even necessarily about the department. Like, hey, Mr. Maier, what do you think of this T-shirt? And he would give you his honest opinion. You could always count on him to be honest, and that's an admirable trait to learn and try to carry with you through life, is to always be honest with people.
His attention to detail was one of the coolest things that today, when I'm in the business working on radio, television, or videos, that I always remember.
Me and him go way back, ever since he started back here in 2012 or 13, something like that. We kind of clicked instantly because we have kind of like the same humor, same kind of taste in movies, and we like some of the same things.
I just want to say the way Mr. Maier combed his hair in the mornings, and I just loved it.
He's my best friend. Mr. Maier, you're my best friend.
That's my friend, you know? He told me he would adopt me.
You never knew what he was going to say or do. And he knows his stuff, though. He's been around the business.
You know, Mr. Maier had that way of doing things. You could ask him his opinion, but he was going to tell you how to do it. He was always just trying to do the right thing for people, even if it didn't sound or act like it.
We talk a lot. You know, we have lunch, coffee. He's taught me so many things, not only just in the classroom, but outside the classroom too, you know, of how to be prepared to go on film shoots. And you know, he's just been a really good influence in my life and tried to point me in the right direction, almost like a father.
Yeah, he told me in a, TV performance, that one of the major rules of filming is shoot till you puke. So just constantly shoot until you're just puking all over the place because you're tired of shooting.
You know, Mr. Maier, that guy, he always taught me, you know, if you want to succeed, wear a button-up, you know? Wear your plaid button-up shirt. He said, it's not what's inside of the box, it's what's outside of the box.
The advice he gave me is to look forward to new possibilities of filmmaking, and I think I learned a lot about film and appreciation through him, so I thank him for that.
If there's anything I've learned from Bob, it's all about the bagels. It's all about the bagels. You know, you got so many different kind of bagels. Everybody in the broadcasting industry loves bagels for some god-awful reason. I don't personally, but I mean, they're okay, but you know, it's not like something great. Bob always taught us it's all about the bagels.
Mr. Maier has been such an inspiration to me and countless other students that came before me and after me here at Gaston College.
Some advice Mr. Maier has told me was, that being in this industry is big. It's not easy. It's a lot of hard work and dedication, and it's not nothing that you just get overnight. You have to work day by day and just keep grinding.
Well, Mayor's kind of a living legend in this business, so just about anything, any good advice he has to give you, I mean, it's something you can always take and run with. He's a veteran of the production industry. He's always given a lot of good advice about pretty much how the world works in this business.
And everything Mr. Maier says about being on time is correct. And 10 minutes early is basically on time. When he says be there, they mean be there.
I remember the first day that I worked with him, he told me, John, you don't have to call me Mr. Maier, call me Bob. I'm not your teacher here. I know I'm in a higher place, but you just call me Bob. And I think that brought, I guess, more closeness to him, and I knew the real Mr. Maier. Not the teacher, but the real man who loves cinema, who loves good ideas, and he does create some very nice jokes.
Mr. Maier taught me how to buy business cards. He told me I was his prodigy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the next mayor, Man, I'm not gonna go to massage therapy. He told me to quit and go to massage therapy because I sucked. But this time he told me I was better. He told me, you're the man. He said, I'm glad I told you that, because that pushed you,
Mr. Maier's written this book, which I have managed to read a little. I read the title on the cover.
But what's that book he wrote? Back to Hell Again. Back to Hell or something. I read Back to Hell and it inspired me because Mr. Maier went on the route, the path, the journey that a real man, you know what I'm trying to say?
Mr. Maier's been a very kind gentleman.
Mr. Maier has been a really influential figure in our career.
Yeah.
It's not every day you get to meet a film star such as him.
He worked on the original Hairspray. That's pretty cool.
He worked on Hairspray. He worked on Hairspray. Now that he will be free from the shackles of Gaston College, he might be able to work on a sequel.
He can blossom like a butterfly.
He can make a sequel to Hairspray. Another day, another can. It's like a James Bond spy film kind of thing.
Where they're trying to get some Tresemme Hairspray.
Some of the funniest times have revolved around equipment being thrown when it's broken, things flying everywhere. One time he called something a piece of Chinese cat food and stomped on it. We've had some pretty crazy times around here.
Yeah, so one day he walks in the classroom just out of the blue. We heard him yelling in the hallway, didn't know what was going on. And he walks in with a hard drive and he's just yelling and just slammed it on the ground. It exploded and just went into pieces, and there was one piece like went whizzing by my head. And the whole reason, I mean, it was all fabricated. He was just trying to catch us by surprise, see what we would do. So, I mean, that kind of speaks to his sense of humor.
Ken and I did a couple of short films my last semester here, so it was spring 2014. And they were kind of violent, a little out there, and he recommended we both get psychiatric evaluations after the fact.
And Mr. Maier gave us an assignment, well, this has to be done today. And so we get it organized and start getting the rhythm up. Mr. Maier come in with his arms in, whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. What are you doing? We're doing this. Why are you doing that? You told us to. No, I didn't. We got to get this. This is more important. So we dropped what we're doing, and then we start doing the other stuff. About 10, 15 minutes later, whoa, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it. What are you doing?
So when we were in Audio 1 class, there come a time we had to have talk about the birds and the bees. And no, I'm not talking about those birds and bees.
And it was the day that he was giving the lecture about male and female microphone cables and adapters and all that. And I think by this point in time, he was starting to wear the bubblegum pink glasses as well, just for shock and comedic value. But he comes into class with a red marker and he writes sex as big as he can across the whiteboard and says, "Today, class, we're going to talk about sex." And then he proceeds to draw the ends of a male and a female TRS and XLR cable. which got mixed reactions from pretty much the whole student body. So that was probably my favorite one.
So we're getting ready to start taping the show, and Mr. Maier, you know, he's not got any hair, or very little hair. Probably should always wear a hat, but he doesn't. So his head and the lights, I mean, it was just creating this big old shine. So they get the makeup out, and I swear they spent 25 minutes on the man's makeup to shoot a 5-minute interview. But I didn't say anything because I was a rookie. I had no clue what was going on, so I just sat there through it. And then he sat there and started interviewing us, and he acted like he didn't know anything. He just couldn't get it right. We had to stop 4 or 5 times. The lights were terrible. I mean, he was mad that we had to keep putting makeup on him, but he asked for makeup. He was just acting like a total diva.
My personal favorite memory of Mr. Maier was when me and DJ had a Asian talk show. It was time to turn in our show, and we didn't have any material, so we made an Asian talk show where DJ prank called.
And we put that up, and it went live, and it stayed there for like a good week, and then Mr. Maier finally listened to it.
But Mr. Maier liked it.
Mr. Maier thought it was funny, but
everyone
he said
else
he
did
couldn't
not.
keep it up. So like basically we're the reason we don't have internet radio right now.
He refused to call me by my actual name. He called me Kelsey the whole time and refused to call me Kayla.
One, we were filming the short film Lost in Transition, but he called Brittany Gray Miss Spears like 5 times and ruined 5 takes in a row calling her Spears as opposed to Gray. It was ridiculous.
Hi, my name's Brittany Spears. At least that's what Mr. Maier thought it was the very first time we ever worked together.
My favorite story has to go to the end of my first semester here at Gaston College, and Austin and DJ were wanting Mr. Maier to let the whole class watch The Room.
Mine and DJ's favorite worst film is The Room.
So you haven't heard The Room, which I don't think most people have. It's an indie film that came out in about 2003.
So we tried for months and months and months to get Mr. Maier to show it in Audio 1. And by the end of the semester, I was like, okay, Mr. Maier, if I can get the director of the movie on Twitter to agree for us to watch the film, will you do it? He's like, sure, whatever.
He pulled out the whole 9 yards with it. He got a fake Twitter account for Tommy Wiseau and some of the other stars in the movies, just to create them for just one tweet saying, yes, we can watch the movie.
And Mr. Maier was like, sure, okay, let's put it on.
DJ gets the unedited version. It's some of the worst stuff you've ever seen. I got a headache from laughing so hard. Maier was laughing his butt off and was just making fun of the movie.
He ended up liking the movie so much that he wanted me to get it shown at his Studio C.
While at Gaston College, Bob took on a volunteer project that went from something small to something quite notable. He started Studio C Cinema, an independent art house cinema based in Davidson. He brought film lovers together for memorable evenings, educational experiences, and gave unique internship opportunities to students.
Mr. Maier, Robert, Professor Maier, Uncle Rob. I love Mr. Maier, you know? I love that man.
If anybody's earned retirement, it's him, so I hope he enjoys it. I don't know if he fishes or drinks or whatever he does, but whatever he does, I hope he enjoys his time there.
Even for retirement, people think that it's the end. You're never going to do anything bigger or nothing grand. But for him, he's probably going to be doing more documentary films and all the things that he loved.
We're definitely going to miss him around here. His knowledge and experience have been instrumental in building this program, so we definitely wish him the best.
And I just wanted to say thank you for all your positive words and all your encouragement, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
But I appreciated you and Miss Carmody, and I wish you the best. I hope you have a good retirement.
Happy
retirement, Mayor. You're the man.
Always.
See ya.
Deuces. Holla.
Cut your hair.
Don't wear those shiny shades no more. Those glasses.
I just want everybody to know that, Mr. Maier, I love you, man.
But I would say thank you, Mr. Maier, for all the things you've done. I appreciate all the stuff I've done to Studio C, and I hope you have a great retirement.
You know, I just hope he gets out there and gets to run the roads in his new RV and get to see all the sights and do all the things that he's always wanted to do. Love you, Mr. Maier.
I
I know that your next chapter in life is going to be amazing. You're going to do all sorts of things. I also wanted to say thank you for all that you have done. You have been a great mentor, and I know that I could always reach out to you if I had any questions.
First, I want to thank you for making such an impact in my life, and I also just want you to know that it was such an honor to be a student of yours. You've changed so many lives and made such a difference in the film and radio and media industry, and you've made an impact in that on my life as well as many others. And I just want to thank you for that, and I just want to congratulate you. Good luck.
Mr. Maier, thank you for being a part of my life for all these months. I do not take for granted any time that we've spent. It's like if you're at a funeral, you don't want to be all crying and sobbing. You want it to be a celebration of that person's life.
Well, he's not dead.
No, hold on. I was getting ready to fix that. His career here is dead. So,
exactly. His career is dying. It's been nice with the couple classes I've had with you. You're a good person and someone to look up to.
Call us up for hairspray too, buddy.
Mr. Maier, you made it. It's been about 30, 40 long years and you finally returned.
I just wanted to tell you, man, that, hey, I learned a lot. You cool, man, and don't get all the females whenever you go to the islands when you retire.
Mr. Maier, I want to thank you for helping me out in Audio 1, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and hope to see you soon.
But I just want to say, you know, I hope everything goes well for him, and I appreciate everything that he has taught me, and I just hope that he has a blessed life and continues to do well.
So in your retirement, Mr. Maier, I hope you get to see and view a lot more movies, and that you get to go to Mount Everest one day and climb it before you pass and kick the bucket. How about it, buddy? You've been real good. Thank you so much, Mr. Maier.
And I appreciate all the help you've given me towards my career. It's really helped me a lot, and I appreciate everything you do to help out students and help out the college. So enjoy your retirement.
And I'm very thankful for everything he taught me at Gaston College, and I hope that his retirement is amazing and that he can keep teaching other people what he's taught us.
You're a funny, awesome person that I'm glad I had as one of my teachers. Best of luck to you.
And so I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for me. You've always been somebody I've had the utmost respect for, and I hope you enjoy your retirement. Hope you get to do the things that you probably didn't have time to do before.
Oh, there's a goodbye party?
We didn't get invited.
We didn't get invited?
I'm trying, not because you're leaving, but because I will not be there to see it go down. Okay, how's that for a take?
Bob, congrats on retirement, man. I know you've been looking forward to it. You're a great professor, great guy. I love you. You taught me a lot. It's been a great ride. Learned so much from you and Miss Carmody as well. But I wish you the best in retirement. Keep in touch. You got my number. It's always good to hear from you. But anyway, congrats again, buddy. Take care.
But he's been a really good friend, a mentor, and a great Skype buddy.
Thank you for being supportive and giving me advice when I needed advice, and thank you for being tough when you needed to be tough.
Mr. Maier, I just want to sing your song.
Okay, go
ahead. I do not like grenades and ham. I do not like them Sam I am. I would not like them in a box. I would not like them with a fox. I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like grenades and ham. I do not like them Sam I am. That's for you, Mr. Maier. Love you, man.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down this road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. If you were to throw a party for everyone you knew, you would see the greatest gift would be from me. The card would say, thank you for being a friend.
Anyone want to fade to black?
Best of luck, Bob. You will be missed.